I thought that after years of working with SoundID reference, nothing in the field of listening correction would surprise me. But then, I turned on Trinnov Nova, and within a minute, I started to doubt about everything. Have you ever wondered what all studio sound engineers and audiophiles agree on? It's necessary to have good listen environment, which is an equation that includes a good room, good speakers, and a properly set sweet spot. Hi, this is Zazi. I have just become the proud owner of a Trinnov Nova listening processor. The difference in listening is so significant that I wondered how I could have done it differently until now. Until now, I was using SoundID reference, so the question arises, is it worth exchanging software costing hundreds for a device costing of thousands? Let's find out. You have probably noticed that every space reflects sound differently. Think about how your favorite band sounds in different halls, arenas, or clubs. So, if you want to have sound producing as a job, you will certainly invest a considerable amount of money, time, or education in this area. My journey to listening correction began when I first moved and discovered how my speakers suddenly sounded different. At first, I dealt with it using an equalizer, but when I desired a subwoofer in the year 2019, the question arose of how to set it up correctly. At the same time, I also encountered the software SoundID reference by SonarWorks, which has since kept me company not only in the studio but also in headphones. Since then, I have moved the studio twice more, and last year I finally decided to invest in acoustic treatment. The combination of acoustic treatment and listening correction meant a huge shift because I stopped being afraid to make quick and effective decisions during mixing or mastering. The acoustician pointed out that in the room where I work, besides the reverberation time, it's necessary to address things like standing waves or phase shifts. Simply put, those things that smear the sound or degrade it. And given that my studio wasn't built from scratch, the space limited me in this regard. When the company Trinnov came my way, which, in addition to frequency response and delay, it promised to fix even phase issues, I knew I had to try it.
That's a nice little thing. You'll enjoy it. Here you have the shock mount, a microphone that has a serial number, which is assigned in Nova.
Here, look here. It has such a nice cover. And a mic. Elegant. Elegant. The first thing that shocked me, however, was the price. Not just the basic price, but especially for the additional channels, the controller, and the measuring microphone, which is, by the way, unique. At the time of writing this review, I had Nova for the first day, and I must say that the variability and sophistication with which Nova is developed is extraordinary. I'm not saying there isn't room for improvement, but the first impressions border on enthusiasm. Let's introduce the basic differences in both approaches, and at the end of the video, put on headphones and turn off automatic sound adjustment. Specifically for this review, I purchased headphones that contain microphones, allowing me to record the sound coming directly to my ears at the sweet spot. Difference number 1, measurement. The first fundamental difference is the measurement itself. While with SoundID reference, you typically have a measuring microphone and perform about 27 measurements for one correction with the help of a wizard, Nova simplifies this process to roughly half a minute. Thanks to this, you can measure not only the sweet spot, but also the place where clients sit. Difference number 2, routing. Even though I got SoundID for calibration with a subwoofer, a 2.1 configuration is not available here. The correction is done as if the system were 2-channel. This can cause enormous imbalance in listening when the correction is bypassed. In contrast, Nova offers not only separate routing, but also bass management, where you can adjust bass response options independently. Difference number 3, correction and user customization. As I mentioned in the introduction, Nova offers phase corrections, but that's not all. You can fine-tune your listening experience down to the last detail and then switch profiles from your app or controller. Nova is also not part of a computer system or plugin, so you don't have to worry about forgetting to turn the correction on or off when needed. Furthermore, Nova allows hardware bypass, so even though the entire system has a latency of approximately 40 milliseconds, you can bypass it with one button and leave the sound unprocessed. If you still get lost in the settings, Nova allows remote access by authorized service, even when your computer is turned off. Is it perfect? Nope. Even though the Nova system is really well thought out, you will still encounter things that will make you smile, although they are mostly minor. For example, if you want to rename a preset, you must have it unlocked. Otherwise, you won't be able to rename anything. I also miss things like volume control for headphones. And actually, the whole program from Trinnov sometimes seems quite confusing. And thirdly, pricing policy. Am I really supposed to spend thousands of dollars on accessories like a controller or extra channels? Perhaps with the microphone, it can be forgiven because it's really a nice piece of gear and you'll use it often. And we're at the end. If you've watched this far, besides thanking you very much, you can write in the comments what your favorite studio monitors are, because it's quite possible that my next studio upgrade will be directed towards speakers. Before I let you listen to a comparison of both systems, allow me a little self-promotion. I launched the platform zacnizvucit.cz, where I offer premium content, such as mix analyses with multi-tracks available for download or lectures related to sound. So if you would like to download the audio data that I will now play for you, use the password MESIC, and you will get a free 1-month access to explore it thoroughly. Friends, a small correction. I discovered during video editing something I hadn't verified before, which is that unfortunately, a 100% discount for the first month cannot be given. It allows 90%, so if you don't mind, at least take advantage of this offer. I would be very grateful and look forward to seeing you. Let's continue. Now put on your headphones and get an idea of which correction works better. Don't forget that every decibel matters. Bye.